Hello and welcome to episode 6, series 2 of Who is Your Farmer? Today we have a special episode featuring the esteemed Dr. Abraham H. Gaga. Dr. Gaga is a renowned expert in agriculture and herbal medicine, serving as the West African team lead for Development Associates International. Beyond his leadership training and life coaching credentials with the International Coaching Federation, Dr. Gaga is a passionate organic farmer dedicated to helping families achieve food security. In this episode, Dr. Gaga will illuminate us with the credible medicinal medicinal benefits of Moringa, often heralded as the miracle tree. Additionally, he will demonstrate his versatility with a video on seed preservation, underscoring his commitment to enhancing biodiversity and sustainability, not just with herbs, but all plants and crops. Residing in Kaduna State, Dr. Gaga is also a family man, happily married to his wife Rose, with whom he had 2 children. So sit back as we delve into this educational journey, bringing tradition and innovation. And remember, if you enjoy our content, like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more inspiring episodes. So let's dive in. Thank you and welcome. Charles, can you please show the video? Like Charles is off again.
Hold
Yes,
on.
Mike, like he's having problems with network.
Good evening, all. I just gave my welcome opening remarks now, and we're about to see Dr. Gaga's video. Mr. Charles, is he back? Doctor, maybe you start the lecture, please. Then we take
Yes,
the video.
exactly. We can do that. It's doable.
So
So can you put
I put the video, I put the lecture now.
all right, good.
I want to go to your slides one.
Yes.
So this is slide one now.
That is the slice one. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay,
So you have
so
the
thank
next 30 minutes.
okay. So am I on now, Ma?
You are on, you are on, you are on.
Okay, thank you very much, viewers. We really want to appreciate you for making it to be part of this workshop. It's organic living. Who is your farmer? Okay, so this is something that is very, very important. At some point, when the video is ready, we will be able to project that. But permit me to proceed with this. And what we'll be looking at today is the benefit of moringa. the benefit of Moringa. And my name is Dr. Abraham H. Gaga. Like they have as our mommy have initially introduced me, from the beginning. So this workshop or seminar is intended to help us reconnect with the perspective of what God intended for mankind from the beginning, so that we can have a healthy life and be able to engage humanity. The Bible says in Genesis 1:29, then God said, I give you every seed bearing plant on the face of the whole earth, and every tree that has fruit with seed in it, they will be yours for food. Okay, now, so God gave mankind every seed bearing plant for food. And then in chapter 2, verse 15, the Bible says, the Lord God took the man and put him in the garden of Eden to walk it and to take care of it. Now, these are critical things that if we understand them, it's going to really give us a great perspective and picture of how we will live our lives. Now, the first thing God said is walk it. Work it requires strength, innovation, and creativity in whatever we do. Okay, the next thing that we see is care for it. So, whatever you do, you are expected to take care of what you have been given. I have passed through so many homes. You see people who have planted bananas, who have planted oranges, who have planted crops, but they are not taking care of it. They just want God to make a miracle and a magic so that their crop will do well. It's not going to do well. So there is work it and there is take care of it. In working it, your energy needs to be there, your innovation needs to be there, your creativity needs to be there. In taking care of it, it is maintenance and improvement so that we do not distort what God has given us, because it is food. Going forward, I like to mention that when God said take care of it to every home, what the Bible means is if you take care of it, it will take care of you. Very, very important. If you take care of it, it will take care of you, because that is what God has given humanity, has given families so that they can survive and eat and do well. If you take care of it, it will take care of you. Those are very, very central in understanding how scripture works and what God means when he gave us all of life. Now, every family unit have a garden to care for. From the Bible, when God created Adam and Eve, he gave them a garden to take care of. And if they take care of the garden, they are able to feed. In the same manner, every nuclear family, father, mother, children, God has given you a garden. God intends that you live in a garden model. And if you take care of your garden, you will eat well, you will do well. If you don't take care of your garden, you will live in hunger and poverty. Every family unit, father, mother, son, daughter, whatever the permutation of your family may look like. So, this is very, very central. That's why I said the reason for poverty and hunger on earth is because most families are no longer taking care of their gardens. So, quote me anywhere. The reason for poverty is not because there is no rainfall. It's not because the government is bad. It's not because of war and fight. It's not because of the major reason of poverty is families have stopped taking care of their gardens. Give or take, war can interrupt it. Bad governance can interrupt it in one way or the other. But I tell you sincerely, every family that takes care of their garden will never live in hunger and poverty. So, my encouragement this evening is whatever you become in life, a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer, a teacher, a pastor, a bishop, a pope, whoever, whatever you become, never ever neglect your garden, because each of the professions I have mentioned, At the end of the day, you will sit down to eat, whether in restaurants or at home or in a canteen or a coffee shop. Every human being will sip in something, will take in something within 24 hours, 2 to 3 times. You eat. So it's not about your profession. It's about what you put into your life, into your system to take care of your body. So, whatever you become, a pilot, an engineer, whatever you become in life, you should not neglect taking care of your garden. It is an instruction that will keep you away from poverty. And permit me to say, if you, in fact, just live your life and you don't have a garden, you may be a pilot and or an aeronautic and the most highly paid, or a footballer and you are the most paid person in the world. The moment you finish all of those things and you don't take care of yourself, you will come back to use that money and treat yourself in the hospital because you've been eating garbage and rubbish. So, who is your farmer is very, very central to our discussion this evening. Now, unfortunately, large scale commercial agriculture will not solve food problem. I want to just tell you sincerely, we have projects from government, we have projects from nations, trying to say, let us solve poverty, let us help people, let us do agriculture. You see, this large farm project, it will never solve poverty. It's not the government that will give people food. It is each family that will give themselves food. So government should enable families to grow their food, not produce food for their families. It's a wrong permutation. So I want you to begin to, as you listen to me, begin to think in your mind that God has provided free access and ability for you to live and survive. All you need to be able to grow your food is sunlight, wind, rain, and air, and then soil, of course. Maybe these 5 things. And each one of them, every 5 of them, is free from God. The government is not the one that will provide soil for you or sunlight. No government uh, control the sunlight. They don't control rain. They don't control the wind. This is what plants need to grow. So you must be able to understand that large scale farming can never bring food security, but small scale farming will. Then let me also bring to our thought something that is very important. The first reason why we farm is to eat and to feed our families, and that is food security. The first reason you should farm is to eat and feed your family. Okay? Please take this to heart. Because why? Why am I making this assertion? I want to share with you some facts in agriculture or agricultural facts. People who farm for money sell everything they grow and eventually they buy food before the year runs out. Oh, yes, you heard me well. Let me repeat it again. People who farm for money instead of farming to feed your family, the same people, when you feed for money, you will discover that you sell all your grains. And unfortunately, before the year will run out, you are buying food. The same grain you farmed and you sold, you are buying the same thing to complete the year in feeding your family. What a shame. An unfortunate situation. So, first thing, the first reason, please take this. The first reason why we farm is to eat and to feed our family. Food security. Okay? Let me tell you another research that was done in Ethiopia. And in Ethiopia there were a group of women. These women were growing vegetables. And because they were aesthetic vegetables, cauliflowers, beetroots and other things, very nutritious vegetables. These women were growing them and selling, growing them and selling. It was discovered that these women had malnourished children at home. So how can a woman who is growing vegetables that have nutrient have children that are malnourished? Because the woman is farming for money. So when you are farming for money, you overlook your own health. You overlook the benefit it will give you. So please, my brothers and sisters that are connected to this, do not farm for money. Farm because you want to eat and feed your family. That is the primary reason for farming. You can only sell excess. So begin to rethink why you farm and who is your farmer. Okay? Very, very important. I call this the evil of commercialization. When money has overridden our minds and what we do is for money, it's evil. The evil of commercialization has led us to that. Okay? And so the path for food security, farm to feed your family and not to sell. So here are three categorizations that I have suggested. Farm to feed your family for a whole year. Please, if you are farming, ensure that you are able to generate, farm, and store food that can feed your family. If there are 3 of you, if there are 6 of you, if there are 10 of you, if there are 20 of you in your family, farm something that you can eat. When what you can eat, preserve it so that you can keep it through the year. If you have excess, 50% of your excess harvest, share with neighbors. Give to someone else who is hungry. Give to someone else who needs support. Yes, 50%. Then you can sell the other 50% for cash and for some other things. I want to tell you sincerely, once you are able to be the person that is feeding, that is growing your own food, you will save over 80% of your salary or income in whatever manner. Okay? So let's go and dig into the main issue for the day. Moringa. We are looking at moringa and its benefits. So moringa, it's a herb, and like other herbs, it has a lot of benefit to the human body. Now, herbs heal the human body. They don't perform magic. I want to repeat that statement again. Herbs heal the human body. They don't perform magic. So I just want you to see, look, and understand. By the time they say moringa is doing this, is doing that, moringa can improve or heal high blood pressure. It doesn't mean that you should live a careless life. When you go to the hospital and they say your blood pressure is 200 over 180, then you come and buy a bucket of moringa leaf and you are eating, it won't perform magic, my brother. It won't perform. You will still die of blood pressure. So the herb is not magical, it's a lifestyle. When we say herbs, we want you drink it in your tea every day. Put a portion in your food every day. Use it as a spice in the morning, afternoon, and evening. So that is what is going to blend with your body, help your system, and control your blood pressure over time. So herbs are supposed to be our lifestyle eating, not a magical tool or substance. And so it's prophylaxis, not therapeutic. It's going to be very important we understand that. Now, the nutrients that you can find in moringa, we have vitamin A. Okay. Now, DV is the daily value that you get, from moringa. You have vitamin C. We have vitamin B, all of the B families, B1, B2, B3, and B6. Okay, vitamin E. You can also get this even in moringa. It's really nutritious. And I'm going to come because you are going to see that for moringa is both the leaves, the seed, the stem, and the roots. Everything about it. There is no waste in moringa. Okay, minerals that you can find in moringa, we have calcium, 185% iron, 150 potassium, magnesium. It's an alkaloid, a lot, that is able to give us balance. We have proteins and amino acids even in moringa, very, very rich, and is the rarest vegetable that has this amount of protein, in it. So moringa is proteinous, and that means is good for vegetarians. Okay, so people who want to just live on leaves, vegetables, and have your life, it's very, very good for vegetarians. All right. All right. So the other thing is an antioxidant. Okay. Yeah, quercetin, and then chlorogenic acids, and then quamferol. These are some of the things that we also get as antioxidants to clean our system. From moringa. Moringa has a healthy fat. Okay, the seed, you are able to extract oil from it. It's oleic acid. Okay, 70% of moringa oil is oleic acid, and it can replace olive oil. Okay, so you can do deep frying with moringa oil. It's very good, it's healthy. Something. So let me give you a comparison between moringa leaves and the spinach. Okay, so when you do eat vitamin A, moringa has a daily value of 378%. Spinach has 188%. Calcium 185 daily value for spinach is 10%. Iron 150 daily value for spinach is 15%. You can see how moringa outweigh the spinach by far when it comes to all of these minerals. So these are moringa leaves. I'm sure you know them, and it's there in our environment. These are moringa seeds that we can have. These are moringa stems. You just peel off the back, and wash it. These are moringa roots, and all of these have benefits and can be very, very nutritious. So let me run through the benefits, and then we can ask questions. And if our video is ready, we will watch that and then ask questions to be able to be in the best perspective as we proceed, to look at this. So benefits when it comes to the benefits of moringa leaves. Okay, so one is that it's packed with vitamins, like I mentioned before. How do you use it? Fresh leaf, add to your salad, to your soup, or stir fry. Okay. Then if it's powder, it's 1 tablespoon into a smoothie or yogurt or an oatmeal, and you take. So, like I mentioned earlier, this is how you use it. Okay. It's not that you will wait until you are down. So, but it's a vitamin, it's a very good nutrient. You eat every day, it boosts your immunity in combating any malnutrition. So, very, very good, for the family. A blood sugar control. So, Moringa can control the blood sugar, control diabetes. Okay. So, how do you use it? You steam 1 teaspoon dry leaf in hot water for diabetics friendly tea, and then you drink. So you can steep it and then be able to drink. So you see, you can be using it as tea. Dry it well, and when you are drying, try to dry it out away from the sun. Room drying so that it retains its green nature, and then you can grind it, then keep in something that you can continue to use. So very, very important, for you to continue using. Moringa is also anti-inflammatory and pain relief. So you can use it for your joint pains. Okay, very, very good. How do you do that? Apply moringa leaf paste. So you make a paste of moringa dry leaf, or you crush it's a crushed fresh leaf with coconut oil, and then you apply on the swollen part. Okay, so once you do that, you'll be able to get very good relief from that swelling or arthritis. And then you can drink anti-inflammatory tea. Okay, so meaning you boil it in water with ginger, and then you drink. Now, all of these, whether boiled, you can use the fresh leaf, you can use the dry leaf. And once you simmer in water with ginger, it's able to come out, the nutrient will seep in, and then you can take it as tea. So have a consistency of doing this, and you will appreciate it. Okay. It also has a heart health support. So moringa lowers our cholesterol and blood pressure, and it's a beta sterol. for our system. So how do we use it? You blend fresh leaves into heart health juice like spinach and apple, and you drink. Or you use moringa oil from leaves, and then is in cooking, in to replace olive oil. Okay, so this is really really good and interesting. That Okay, so sorry, okay, so sorry. Am I back, please?
Doctor, you are back. You are back.
All right, thank you very much. Sorry, it's an interruption. Okay, so that is really something that gives us a good picture about moringa. Then lastly on it is that the moringa leaves uh, is a digestive and detox aid. Okay, so it's able to detoxify us, and then it's able to help the digestive system, high in fiber, content, and improves digestion. So you continue drinking, you use it, drink in water, soak the leaf overnight, and you strain, then you sip. Or you can consume 1 teaspoon powder leaf with warm water before meal, and then you continue using. So moringa is so important, and great. The moringa seed, you can use moringa seed to purify water. So crushed moringa seed contain cetionic protein that binds to bacteria and impurities and cleans top bit water by up to 90 to 99%. So if you don't have clean water, or the environment for some reasons water is turbid, meaning mixed with mud and other things, once you have moringa seed, you can purify the water and use it. Okay, so you crush 1 to 2 seed, okay, and then mix with 1 liter of muddy water, stir for 5 minutes, and then you can wait for 1 to 2 hours. It's going to filter it like alum. Very, very good and natural. Okay, so this is what the moringa can do. And see how little, just 1 to 2 seed of moringa can clear 1 liter of muddy water. So it's really amazing what God can do. A rich in antioxidant, and then this is also how you can do it. So for all the participants, please just know that we are going to also send and share with you this slide so that you can have it and be able to use it whenever you need it. Alternatively, you can also look up on social media, YouTube and other platforms, and you will see all of this benefit. But I will actually reach out to mommy. I will send her the slides, and so you can access it to her. If you are coming because you know me personally, you can reach out to me, and I'll also be able to share the slides with you. We are an open source. This workshop and this organization that mommy has been supporting, Who is Your Farmer, it's a free NGO that we share knowledge without reservation. We help people to grow their own food. And so it's an open source engagement. All of the speakers, we are not paid. She is not paying me for anything. It's humanity that we are serving. So please feel free to reach out to us, and we'll be able to share these materials with you so that we can have healthy homes, healthy communities, and a healthy nation by extension. Okay, so seeds, when it comes to seed also, so the moringa seed supports our health. It lowers cholesterol. It lowers the triglycerides, that we have. So you can roast the seed this time around. You can roast. So eat like nuts, 5 to 10 seed daily, okay, per day. So because you eat moringa seed, I beg you in the name of God, don't go and fry 1 kg, put in your pocket and go to the office. And then you are eating. it also has a caution because it can be in excess. So when we talk about it supporting our cholesterol and triglycerides, it is 5 to 10 seed per day. Per day. Please be very cautious about this. And when it is the oil used in salad dressing, okay, so it is high smoke point, meaning the high smoke point, meaning it is very very resilient to evaporation, and so you can do deep frying with it, just like olive oil. That is the point you have there, okay? So it is very very good. Blood sugar regulation. So, like the leaf, what is in the leaf is also in the seed by extension. Okay. So, how do you take care of that? So, 1 teaspoon of powdered, seed with warm water before meal, and you can have a good and wonderful life with that. It is also antimicrobial property, effective against E. coli, okay, Staphylococcus aureus, and fungi, and then so used for infection. So there are a lot of people that are suffering from urinary tract infections, okay, and so you can use it. So as a topical paste, crush the seed plus honey, apply to minor wounds, and it's going to help. Okay, so once you crush it and you apply to minor wounds, you will get great healing. So maybe somebody falls, somebody has an injury, you are able to do that to help them. And as in tea, you boil 3 crushed seed in 2 cups of water, okay? And then you strain and then you can drink. So for the moringa seed, I hope you are understanding that you just need it in little quantity because the seed has a lot of the nutrient, and too much can be harmful. It causes nausea, to humanity. And here is the caution for us. Dosage maximum 5 to 10 seed per day. Excess may cause nausea. Avoid during pregnancy. So, my sister, if you are listening to me, or my brother and your wife is pregnant, please and please do not allow her to use the seed during pregnancy. The leaf is okay, and then at a good moderate quantity, but the seed is not. Seeds and roots, and you will see that a little later. So please don't do therapy or herbal engagement when you are pregnant. Just avoid it. After you have given birth, you can continue, or just do the leaves and you are very good. The leaves have no harm with pregnancy. Okay, so oil, safe for cooking, like I mentioned earlier. Then we go to the stem. The stem is an anti-inflammatory and for joint pains, just like what you do with the seed. Very great flavonoids and alkaloids, okay? And it reduces, inflammation. So what you do is decoction means boiling. You boil the bark. So you can remove your moringa. If you have the moringa tree and then you cut it off, you peel the bark. It's that bark that we are talking about, not the stick inside, the bark. So when you remove the stem and you peel the bark, you decoct, meaning put it in water and you boil. But of course, wash it very well. Then you can grind it, you can dry it, then you boil, and then you can use for 15 minutes. And then you drink half a cup daily. Okay. Poultice is for you to be able to crush the stem into a paste, and you add it with coconut oil and you apply to swollen joints and areas. It also gives you a good result. Digestive and health detoxification, just like the other. You can make a juice with it, blend with fresh stem with water, and then you strain, then you drink. You can do tea with it. So you will see that the preparations are almost the same way. You can steep it, in water, and then you take it. So they are the same mode of preparations, and they have similar benefits. The thing here is for you to be able to know that whether it is the leaf, the stem, or the roots, they are very, very beneficial. Let me try and round up so we can just see if we can take question and then watch that thing. But I'm almost through now. Okay, so topical, you can grind into powder and then you mix and you do. Blood pressure management, the same as the other, and then you can use powder and this. Then you go to the stem. Some of the stems, people have used it, that it has boosted libido in India, in several other practice, that you can do. So same method of soaking it dry in water and milk overnight. Then you consume in the morning. It has an aphrodisiac impact on men. Okay. Now, but the caution, which is also it is moderation is key. Don't forget moderation, and avoid during pregnancy. Okay. You can, the best form is fresh stem that you peel, dry powder, or decoction. Okay. So the roots, anti-inflammatory, same way as the backs, the stem. That is what you will do. You grind or you dry and you do. So the roots and the stem go together and they give you the same functions. You can do this and chew, 1 to 2 cm of it, and it will still detox in tea, antimicrobial effects and all of it. How to use it is there, and then you apply. So basically it's mixing it with honey, coconut oil, and then you apply once it's dried and pounded. Okay, blood pressure regulation, the same thing. You boil 5-gram dry roots in 2 cups of water, strain and drink every half daily. So traditional aphrodisia, we also see that it helps in all of this. Moderation is also very, very key. So this is where I am stopping, but and you can see the benefit of moringa. It is really, really a miracle plant. Try to have it at home. You can grow it in flower pots. You can grow it in your farm. You can do a large scale. But remember what I said. Farm to eat. Farm to eat with your family, not to sell. You sell excess, but ensure your family is eating what you are farming. And my last word is going to be that if you are not the one farming your own fruit or food, you cannot guarantee that it is organic, because only God knows how other people are farming. I hope that this has blessed us. So I will hand us over to Mommy. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you, Dr. Gaga, for this informative episode. It's now time for us to watch the video. Mr. Charles, are you set? Are you there?
You will not believe this. My grandfather never went to school. I have a PhD. But yesterday, I came to the conclusion that my grandfather was 10 times more intelligent than me. Let me explain. My name is Dr. Abraham H. Gaga, and this is Touching Lives 247. 3 years ago, I ventured into selling seed for farming. And so I buy from seed companies and then sell to farmers. As at 3 years ago, I sold 1 kg of maize between 600 and 650 naira. Then 2 years ago, the price increased and I sold for about 750 to 800 naira. And last year, I sold maize and had to change the price 3 times because the company increased their price 3 times. I started at about 1,200 per kg, then 1,005, and at the close of that season, I was selling at about 1,700, 1,800 per kg. This year, my customers began to call and were asking, and in preparation for that, I went to the company, and 1 kg of maize was going for 4,500 naira. it got me thinking. And I said, what is happening? Oh yes. Then I remembered my grandfather. My grandfather was a farmer per excellence. He farmed and fed his children, my father and his brothers and sisters. He fed his grandchildren, that's us. I know that back in the village, the harvest of the current year meets the grain of previous harvest in the barn. The first thing my grandfather does is, after harvest, he selects the good corn cobs and he will hang them. They're not peeled completely, but he will hang them in his hut over the fire. And so the smoke keeps drying them. And so my father preserves his seed for next season from his current harvest. And doing that every year, he got bountiful harvest. But somehow, I found myself in a generation that have been ripped off our right to preserve seed. And so you buy seed, you buy fertilizer, you buy herbicide, you buy pesticide, you buy everything to farm. And at the end of the day, you're not breaking even. It got me thinking and wondering. And when I sat my grandfather and myself, I discovered that he was 10 times more intelligent than me. Farming nowadays is no longer for the poor. Increasingly, it has become difficult for the poor man to farm in Nigeria and perhaps in Africa. With this development, personally, I have taken the decision that every single seed I will farm this year will come from the open market. Enough of the lies and deception on hybrid seed. Excuse me, if a hybrid seed will give you 2 bags and your indigenous seed will give you 1 bag, what makes it better? Quantity or quality? Many people have lost their indigenous seeds in pursuit of foreign imported hybrid seed. Friends, my hands have been burned and I'm not going back. I've stopped selling seeds. I will raise seeds and preserve seed from my harvest, because that is what the farmer should do, not buy seed every year. Buying seed makes you and I dependent on the provider. Preserving your seed gives you ownership of your farm produce. Besides, you can improve your own seed and continue farming it. I don't know who needs to hear this, but let him who has an ear hear what the Spirit says to the churches. Grow your own food, preserve your own seed, and produce your own fertilizer. It pays to live an organic life. I am still Dr. Abraham H. Gaga. And this is Touching Lives 247. Until I come your way again next time, be blessed and stay safe. Bye.
Thank you once again, Dr. Gaga, for that informative video. This
Thank
is
you,
now
ma'am.
time to ask questions. Now time to ask questions. Do you have people with questions? I've been saying thank you so much, Doctor. This is enlightenment to the core. But I want people to ask questions, please, so that we can ask Dr. Gaga. You have the opportunity to ask him questions now. So drop question in the comment section, please. Drop your questions in the comment section, please. And you can rewatch this video as many times as possible to get all that he has said. I'm not seeing any question. I'm just seeing nice. God bless you. Interesting. Thank you so much. This is enlightening to the core. That's all I'm saying.
Amen.
Good evening, all. Very informative. So are we saying there's no question?
Mm-hmm.
I'm giving the next 2 minutes, please. Is Moringa difficult to grow? That's the first question now. Moringa, is it difficult to grow?
In fact, Moringa is one of the cheapest and easiest plant to grow. One, you can grow it from seed, and the other is you can grow it from the stem. So if you plant the seed, it will germinate. You can do it in your flower pot at home or on the soil, So very, very easy. Then you can also cut it as stem. Once you have a stem that is as thick as your finger, it is good. You allow 3 to 4 nodes or on the stem. Just cut it, then you put in the soil, just like you plant cassava, and it's going to germinate. It will do well, and you keep harvesting. Thank you.
Are we to roast the seed with the back?
Now, yeah, when you start even roasting, the back just peels off eventually. So once you do that, it's going to roast, and you are able to use it. So 1 to 2 seed, and then you can eat. So yes, the moment you start roasting, the way you do groundnut, but then it will peel off the back naturally. Then you will eat the nut inside.
Okay. How do we get seeds from the hybrid we are used to planting?
Good. So
I think it's
we are
part of the video.
So good. So we are already planting hybrid seed. What I want you to realize and know is once you plant a seed from into the following year, begin to turn it back into your own seed. So don't go back for another seed. Plant what you have generated. I want to tell you a secret. The key secret to good harvest lies much more in the soil quality than in the seed quality. Okay, so and once you understand that, it changes the dynamics. Then you as a person, by the time you start farming and doing it, you will find out that even your own crops are getting bigger and better, and you are getting good harvest. So in terms of plantation, one, planting time is key. Weeding time is key. Then fertilizing time is very key. So do organic fertilizing, and it will be really great. How do you do organic farming? And then how can you even save yourself from fertilizing for economy? One, many times you see a farmer will buy a tipper, a trailer, or bags of chicken manure or cow manure. Then you go and pour everything in the farm in the middle and you make
Mhm.
heaps over it. How many of you have ever bought urea or NPK and you go and put along the farm everything and you cover it? Do you do that? No. Urea, you apply directly to one plant. You measure and plant. So even with organic fertilizer, if you do that, you are wasting your money. What we advise is dig a planting station. Always, wherever you are going to plant, dig it, put your fertilizer there, cover it, then plant on top. It's a principle that will minimize wastage. And let me also just mention, for the benefit of doubt, cow manure, chicken manure is not absorbable fertilizer. It is still a manure. It has to decompose to become fertilizer. So when we say compost, compost is organic fertilizer because it is ready with every nutrient for the plant to absorb. So you have to convert your chicken manure to compost before applying. If you don't do that and you apply directly, the benefit you get will be next year, not this year, from the farm, because the manure has to decompose. The manure has newspapers, it has sawdust, it has everything that you have done. So it needs to decompose and break down before it can be available for the plant. So we advise that get compost to the farm and put it directly on the plant rather than direct manure. Thank you.
Thank you. Is using our own seed, what can we do? In using our own seed, what can we do to avoid pests or insects from feeding on the seeds?
Yeah. The whole thing is we don't have time, but you can do your own pesticide. There is a lot that we can do. Now, I shared a video on YouTube as well. Now, pest control is very simple and easy. You see the people in the village using ash. Ash can control pest. We have also seen neem oil. Neem oil is a very good natural pest repellent and pest control. So I hope there is this fall army worm that affect our maize. From week 3 to week 4, you will see worms that have eaten the center of the maize. Now, how you can control that? Just 4 cups, of this stable water.
Mm,
I was just looking around in my room if I can see, but 4 cups of the bottled water we have,
okay.
of detergent, the detergent we have in our homes, Omo, Ariel, any kind of detergent. If you put it in 16 liter of water, after dissolving, pour it in the funnel of the corn. It's going to kill that fall armyworm and it will address it. So organic farming is cheap and easy to do. Maybe I'll need to just share some more details, but you can always control pests in your farm.
Okay, thank you. And my question is, wouldn't cutting the roots affect the plants?
Okay, no,
Yes.
by the time when we are looking at doing roots, if you are taking roots in order to use, there are some people that when they grow the moringa, the purpose is to harvest the roots. So you can grow moringa for the purpose of the leaves, you can grow
Mm-hmm.
moringa for the seed, you can grow
Yes.
moringa for the bark, you
Okay.
can grow moringa for the roots. So what that means is you just grow a lot of moringa in one place, and as they grow
Yes.
like carrots, once they are 2 feet to 3 feet, you uproot everything and then you harvest the root. Because your interest is the root. So that is farming the root. By the way.
Okay. Well done, doctor. Please, can I make my seed from hybrid maize on the current year?
Now, yes. So the issue here is, yes, you can make your own seed from the hybrid seed of the current year. In any case, just like they used to tell you in hybrid that if you plant it, it's going to be a second filial generation. The hybrid company make a first filial generation. So the harvest you get, you don't expect, or what you get the first year, you don't expect it the second year. But if you continue, eventually it's going to be a natural seed, your own natural seed. And from the time it becomes your own natural seed, you continue its improvement from there. So yes, you can. Once it germinates, you are going to be able to, and then you will just continue having your seed and then growing them.
Okay, thank you. I understand there are different types of moringa. How do I know the right one to use?
Well, basically, we have common moringas here back at home, and all of them will have different. All of them, there is no variation, to the best of my knowledge, when it comes to the varieties of moringa. And maybe to mention, so that I also don't forget, please and please, do not be involved in trying to look down on the indigenous crops, trees, and fruits in your own nativity. Make sure you promote it and grow it, because whatever God gives a community is for their healing and it's for their service. Okay, so as much as you can take moringa from another country or another town, please appreciate yours and grow yours, because you will also make it better.
Okay, thank you. How can one preserve local seed without a cross pollination from the hybrid seed?
Now, if you are wanting to do that, one is you need to look at the farm. Your own farm must not be very close to another farm that is planting hybrid. So if you plant your crops away from other farms, it will avoid cross pollination completely. Okay. But if you are close to a lot of farms and there is no way, you can't do anything about it. One is your preservation is going to be the crops that are by the edge of your farm, close to other farms, have a high tendency of being pollinated by the cross farm. But the crops that are within the middle, in the middle of your farm, especially if it's like, say, a acre to 2 acres, you are safe. You harvest from the middle, and you can guarantee that those ones in the middle are your natural. They've not been cross pollinated by anything from another farm.
Okay, thank you. How can we have hybrid corn? Somebody say asking that too.
Yeah.
Hybrid
Okay.
corn.
Yeah, and I see someone, do you advocate for GMO? GMO is a no-no. It's not biblical. It's not good for us because it's genetically modified. So let us grow. GMO is a seed that if you have a mango and when you eat the mango, there is no seed inside. You have orange or lime. When you drink, there is no seed inside. That is not from God. In Genesis 1:28, 29, the Bible says God gave us fruit with seed in it. So any fruit without seed in it is not from God. So GMO is a no-no. And then when we are talking about hybrid, you can also do your own hybrid seed. And what does that hybrid seed mean? If you are planting your own seed and that is natural, and you see someone, you go to another community and they also have a good seed and it is natural, when you come to another year of planting, one row you plant your own the seed from your village, the next row you plant the seed you collected from another village, the next row interspace them. By the time they grow, they cross pollinate each other. The next seed you are going to be having is a hybrid, because it's going to carry the quality of the seed you brought from another village with the quality of your own village. And that is what hybrid means. So it's just natural. If you take an animal, a goat that you grow in Kaduna State, and you go and pick a male from Sokoto, once you bring them together, the children the kids they are going to give birth to are hybrid. That is what hybrid means.
Mhm.
An African who is a black person, if you marry a Chinese woman, the children are hybrid. It's just simple. So
Yes.
for you to even do your own hybrid seed is you tell somebody on Obomosho, do you have your own natural maize? Give me some. I have my own natural maize from Kaduna State, from Plateau State. And then when you come to plant one ridge, you do that one. The next one, you put your own. The next one, once they blossom and tassel, they are going to cross each other. And the next seeds you are having is hybrid.
Great. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. How many, I believe this, how many types of maize seed do we have? And how do we get the natural seeds?
Okay, that no. When it comes to that, there are several types of corn in the market. We have our native. So one is you need to just identify it. I don't have any formula or looks that will say this is native, this is not. But go back to the village, go back to your people, and identify: is this maize from companies, or was it grown among the people? If they tell you it's among our people, it's not from company, that means it's a native seed. And then you can start from there. So, but of course, the companies have pushed a lot of seed, that now we may not understand. And may I also say, it's not as if totally the companies are not giving us good seed. No, there is a seed called OPV, open pollinated variety. So if you go to any company and you want to buy seed, ask them for an OPV seed, meaning open pollinated variety. And if it is open pollinated variety, what you plant this year, and you can replant it the following year. Okay? But hybrid seed, what you plant, what you get, if you replant it, you will not get exactly what you got the previous year. So that those are the differences. So there are companies that are actually credible, and they have been able to do OPV. So ask the company, do you have an OPV seed? And they will give you, if they are sincere. If they are not, and they give you something else, well, that is a problem. And that's why I am saying here, what we are saying is, who is your farmer? If you are the one that harvest and keep your seed, you are guaranteed that it is
Yes,
original
yes.
seed. Okay, so that's why you cannot give up your right to someone else as a farmer.
Okay. How do I produce my own fertilizer?
Yes. Oh, wow. Fertilizer making is so easy. We don't have time to be able to do this, but you can do compost. Is basically organic fertilizer.
Okay.
I can share. Yes. I don't know who is asking this question, but maybe if mommy, you are okay with it, another time we can come up to teach how you can make your compost fertilizer, and how you
Yeah.
can make your liquid fertilizer, and how you can apply
Okay.
them, and you get good result, in
No
organic farming.
problems.
Very easy. Yeah.
Okay. Oh. Uh, from experience, I found that it's if you use seed from a hybrid harvest the previous year, they they seem not to produce well. Maybe 25% of potentials of the parents hybrid seed. Is that true?
Yes, that's right. Usually they will not do as best as the previous. So that is very true. And that's why you need to have your own seed. So, but I can guarantee you, if you proceed, they did not give you good harvest the first year. If you continue using it, you will find out that it will readapt, and you are going to say, this maize is now natural. It is not hybrid. It has not been tampered with, and I will be farming it, and then you can now continue your improvement in farming.
Somebody asked that he has tried planting moringa severally, but it failed. What does he do?
Okay, maybe you need to just check moisture content and other things. Moringa is very easy once you dump on the ground. You need to watch, maybe how often do you water? Does it have seepage? Or if you put it in the place that is waterlogged, it will not germinate easily. It will rot instead of germinating. And then sometimes if you have nematodes in the soil, so the soil you use is also very important for germination. So I would advise, if you try seed and it doesn't work, try the stem. So cut the stem and then plant it, water it, and see. Water every other day, and then try to mulch. Put dry leaves or dry grass, hay, so that it can retain moisture. And let's see. But moringa is quite easy to grow.
Someone said, I used to see some farmers cutting the flower's head. What does that mean?
Okay, yeah, some people even eat the flowers, to be
Of
able to
moringa.
use it. Yeah, of moringa. So the flower is also a meal for some other people, and then some use it as for germination, and some even use it for foliar fertilizer. Okay, but we didn't get to reach into doing that. However, one is the practice of pruning.
Okay.
Is whenever you cut the tip of a plant,
Mhm.
it produces more branches.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's a principle in pruning. So you will see that there is one branch that is growing, and then the farmer will come and cut it. Once you cut it, you find out that it triggers the growth of additional stems by the side. So 4 to 5 will germinate in place of the one. So it has more than one. And sometimes that is what some farmers do so that they can have more moringa leaf as the plant grows. Because people who produce it in high quantity, they don't allow just one stem to continue. They prune so that it can spread, and then they get more leaf in a very small space than just allowing it to grow straight as one tree.
Okay. There's somebody asking from Zambia. Please, uh, where is that? Mr. Charles,
Yeah.
I've lost that question now. Because somebody said we advert from media talking about four tree fertilizer. What is your advice, sir?
Yeah. Okay.
Don't
Sorry. Come
understand.
again. Come again.
Say we advert from the media talking about 4-tree fertilizer. What is your take on that? Your advice on that?
Yeah. Okay. On the fertilizer.
He
Yeah.
said we advertise from media talking about four tree fertilizers. What is your advice, sir?
4-3 fertilizer.
Yes, I don't understand what he's saying.
Yes. It is not.
Okay, I've
Okay,
seen that
maybe they
Zambia.
had an advert about 4-tree fertilizer.
Yes.
Sincerely, I haven't heard about the 4-tree fertilizer, so
Okay.
I don't know about it. But then the person from Zambia is talking about export. Yeah, my brother. One of the key thing is one. And maybe I will just ask you directly. First of all, have you grown moringa for your family? Are you eating with
Okay.
your family? So let's don't allow money to precede good health. So I want to see that by the time you are talking about exporting anything, let it be that you are eating and living by it in your own family. And export is not going to be an issue. There are opportunities and openings to sell. But one of the key things we are looking at in this forum is, are we using moringa for the health of our families? Then we can look at export, we can look at selling, we can look at sharing with other people.
Okay. Somebody said, I'm interested in making liquid fertilizer. Can you please find time to train us on that? We said we'll do that later.
Okay, yes, please. As soon as mommy is ready and then we are able to fix it, they will send messages again. We will do that. So yes, we will do liquid fertilizer, and the liquid fertilizer can replace your top dressing with urea, and then the compost fertilizer is going to replace NPK, because once you do compost, it has all the nutrients in a
Friends.
balanced. Yes, so it
Okay.
replaces them.
Okay. So thank you, doctor. Thank you so much.
You're
We are now
welcome.
trying to round up. But before rounding up, I just want to use this opportunity to launch this farming, mastering urban family farming 10 videos. There are top 10 exclusive videos to start your own urban farming. These exceptional videos are not available on our YouTube channel. So take your farming to the next level. Our video includes select the perfect plant, where to get seed and seedlings, watering and irrigation in urban farming, vertical farming practical, seasonal urban farming challenges and solutions, and 5 more. So if you are interested, just get to our whatsapp number 0911 414 5601. I want to take that again. 09114 So if you are interested in this, but I can tell you that this will help you a lot. If you have not started your urban farm and you want to start, to get this urban family farming mastering videos, and it's only 10,000 naira for this. Thank you once again.
Thank you
So,
very much.
and that's a wrap for today enlightening episode of Who is Your Farmer. A huge thanks to Dr. Gaga for joining us and sharing his words of knowledge on Moringa and the vital process of seed preservation. We hope you are now inspired to incorporate the magical benefits of Moringa into your life and apply the seed saving techniques to your own project. As we continue to celebrate the diversity and versatility of plants, remember that farming is not just an act of cultivation, but a journey of learning, preserving, and innovation. Stay tuned for our next episode where we continue to uncover the series of those who nurture the land and keep the spirits of farming alive. Until then, keep growing and thriving. Goodbye. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
Thank you very much.
Thank God.
Okay, so have a great day, everyone. And for those that connect, if you share with me on WhatsApp, I will send you the slides. Then those who connect with mommy, she also has a slide she will be able to share with all of us. Thank you.
They want me to just give them the number now. 09
Okay, okay, good.
114. Yes. 114 56 5601.
I think maybe you call it again, mommy.
09114 145601. 09114145601. That's our WhatsApp number.
Mm.
Okay, so with that, we end today's Who is Your Farmer? We start another series by June by God's grace, and we'll be talking of so many things: preservation, making of fertilizers, and so many other things. Thank you so much, and God bless.
Okay, bye bye.